yo son, I'll fucking cut your eyelids off and feed you nothing but sleeping pills. Son, I'll fucking cut your kneecaps off and throw you down a flight of stairs. I'm like, yo, torture, motherfucker. Alright, y'all. Wu-Tang Saga, An American Story is back after a 2-year hiatus. I was happy as shit for the show to come back. Godfather Harlem just ended. We're wrapping up Raising Kanan, so I needed something to fill this void. And here we go. The Wu-Tang Saga has returned. And Hulu blessed us with 3 episodes. I'm only reviewing episode 1 and 2. I'm going to probably drop 3 either later on today or tomorrow. But I just got to get 1 and 2 out the way. And as happy as I was for this show to come back, first episode was very underwhelming. First episode to me was kind of weak. But it does pick up where last season picked off, where Bobby shot a big man that tried to rob him. He's now in Ohio, and I guess he's made a name for himself as Ohio is one of the biggest dope boys around there, him and D, and a couple other local cats, and they have a rival gang, which is led by Mandela Van Peebles, son of Mario Van Peebles. So they have this clash, they have this war, and of course, Bobby comes out on top, but now he's going to prison because he shot at your boy. And unlike New York niggas, Ohio niggas, I guess, snitch, all right? I didn't say that. That's what they said on the show. That's nothing against Ohio niggas, but according to the show, Ohio niggas snitch. He's in jail now, trying to figure out his life, watching this caterpillar become a butterfly. In the meantime, his family, his mom's Eric Alexander and Bokeem Woodbine are trying to come up with his bail money and come up with money for a lawyer. He doesn't want a lawyer. He just wants to sit in prison. And I have to say this, y'all. I got to address this, all right? Not a fan of the actor that's playing RZA, okay? I wasn't a fan of him last season. I'm not a fan of him this season. And I feel like he's trying to do something with his voice where he's trying to sound like RZA. But see, RZA has such a distinct sound, even to New York standards, okay? RZA is more New York than New Yorkers are, right? RZA just has a different sound, bro. And you can't capture that. On top of that, just bad casting with this guy. I mean, he's a talented actor. I mean, he's been in Oscar-winning movies and shit, but he's just not right for this role. Every time this brother opened his mouth, I cringe straight up. I'm just like, ugh, bro. Like it's a mix between a bad DMX impression, a broken Jamaican accent, and a terrible RZA impression. Okay, it's like a combination of all those three. Every time he opens his mouth, he talks like this. Even something simple as, I'm gonna go fix me a bowl of Honey Nut Cheerios. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna go do this. See, it hurts my throat even doing it. It's like he smoked one too many cigarettes. And it's just, his delivery is so robotic. And you can tell he's attempting for a New York accent, and it just doesn't fit. So basically, this show is dope as hell. As long as Ashton Sanders does not open his mouth, the actor that plays RZA. As long as he doesn't open his mouth, as long as he's, matter of fact, just don't even put him in the scene, okay? Everybody else I buy as their character. So the first episode to me was, okay, when I started the episode, I was like this, like, yes, Wu-Tang is back. And within a few minutes, I'm like,
see, the mollusk isn't moving. He's in one place, and then the sea.
Because it was focused on him and what's going on in Ohio, but then they do kind of briefly show us going back home in New York, and I'm like, okay, we need to go back to New York because this shit that's in Ohio, I ain't feeling this shit. So, yeah, this is spoilers here. Of course, he beats the case. He gets out. Now he's going to try to focus on his music, but D, who is Ghostface, has a baby now, and he can't focus on the music. He has to focus on feeding his wifey, feeding the baby. Music is the last thing on his mind. But then RZA, of course, plays one of his signature beats for him and convinces him, yo, we can do this. We have a future in this. Let's go. Actually, that's episode 2, so I'm jumping the gun. So yeah, fuck episode 1, okay? I'm glad they're back, but episode 1, I'll probably never watch again because RZA is the main focus on that. Let's get into episode 2 now. Now, I dug this shit. The clan is back together, and you can tell everybody has perfected their craft as far as embodying the characters that they're playing. So last season, I was not a fan of David East as Meth, but I can tell he's been working at it. The voice, the cadences, the mannerisms, okay? He's better at Method Man. He's more convincing as Method Man this time than last season. So I appreciate that. And of course, he's a rapper. So naturally, when he flows like Meth, it sounds very convincing. So yes, I buy him as Meth. Okay, Deck, especially the boy that plays Raekwon. I keep forgetting his name. Brother that played in Dope. And he was also the voice of Miles Morales in Into the Spider-Verse. really captures Raekwon as well. Everybody does a thing, and now we have You God here. Now, I thought You God was going to have nothing to do with this show. I thought that something happened between him and RZA where he wasn't going to be part of this, but no, he's part of this show. Now, I could tell by the sideburns that was You God. I said, yes, the clan is finally all together again, like one big happy family, and I was ecstatic. I was happy. You know what I'm saying? ODB is back, you know, having problems with his girlfriend's baby daddy who keeps beating him up and harassing him. And after inspiration from a kung fu movie, you know what I'm saying, ODB, she called him the old dirty bastard because there's no father to his style, snatches a shotgun from your boy, which was unrealistic, but fuck it. I know this is a fictionalized tale of events of the actual story of Wu-Tang, so I know everything is not going to be accurate, you know what I mean? But yeah, man, I really enjoyed. Definitely episode 2 was better than 1. By leaps and bounds, goddammit. Of course, episode 2 ends with RZA saying, you know what, I gotta go back to New York, man. I got all these beats for everybody that I have in mind to form this clan. Yo, D, you gotta come with me. D's like, nah, man, you know, I got a family and shit, whatever. Brought this up before. But after he plays that beat for him, you know, Mary J. Blige and Ghostface, All That I Got Is You, I got chills listening to that. That's my favorite Ghostface song. And even I'm looking at the screen like, yo, D, yo, go back with it, man. This is destiny. You can't escape this shit. But I love just little details about how they all watch kung fu movies, how the kung fu movies inspired them. Even their arguments about pop culture, about who would win in a fight, Batman or Spider-Man, you know what I'm saying? Because Meth, he's a big comic book nerd, so I like how they incorporated that in there as well. And also we get introduced to torture, all right? When Meth and You got her in the car, and you guys talking about what he do to undercover cop listening to Deep Cover, and that's how torture got started. I'm like, oh shit, automatically I'm thinking, yo son, I'll fucking cut your eyelids off and feed you nothing but sleeping pills. Son, I'll fucking cut your kneecaps off and throw you down a flight of stairs. I'm like, yo, torture, motherfucker. So yeah, y'all, to wrap it up, episode 1 left me like a little uninspired, but then episode 2 gave me some real hope, and I'm about to start episode 3 after I shoot this video and put it out there for you all. Sorry if I didn't go detail by detail, scene for scene, shot for shot, whatever. I'm just giving you my overall thoughts on this shit so far. Episode 2 is dope. Give me hope. Damn, I'm a poet and I know it. Episode 1 was, but yo, I gotta bring this up too. I got it on my mind. I gotta bring this up. When RZA's sister has the baby, I forgot the girl's name, but when she has the baby, she reminds me of Lil Mo. Not Lil Mo. What's her name? Lil Mama. Excuse me. She reminds me of Lil Mama. When she has the baby, you can clearly tell it was a dummy at first. Because just the way she picked it up and just, you can see, like, I'm like, dude, that's a fucking dummy. And then when she laid it down, like, the baby had no weight, no life. I just had to point that out, man. They used a dummy at first, but eventually they did use a real baby, but it was just so obvious that they did that. Anyways, what did you guys think of the first couple episodes, the first 3 episodes? Comment freely below. I'm going to have the review for episode 3 coming up later today. And that's it, and that's all. Thank you all for watching. Like and subscribe. And I think I said that in reverse, but fuck it. This is Rashad G signing out. See you in the next video.